friends, welcome to Joy in the Making number 6. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations. If you are joining me for the first time, we have now made introductions, so we are no longer strangers. We are now Joy friends, and to all of my returning Joy friends, I cannot wait to introduce and tell you more about Lullaby Dreams Baby Blanket. If you'll remember in our last episode, that is what the wheel chose for me to finish. It was the whip that was selected by the wheel. And let me just tell you a little bit about Lullaby Dreams Baby Blanket. It is a blanket that I am designing. It was not intentional. I happened to have been at club one night, crochet club that is, and I had some new yarn. Well, I had yarn. It was new to the project, but it was scrap yarn. And I was like, what can I do? I'm just going to start creating a baby blanket and use up this scrap yarn and let it just fall as it may. Well, as it turns out, I started off doing double crochet, and then I thought, let me back this up and frog this a minute and just try something. And try I did. I fell in love with it. The girls at club fell in love with it. And so it just happened. And so let me show you that scrap Lullaby Dreams baby blanket that I did starting at club. So this is it here. Now, again, this is all scrap yarn that created this blanket. So just where one ended, I began the other. And this is how it ended up. So it is literally all scraps. But let me come closer. This is the front side of the Lullaby Dreams baby blanket. And the reason I'm showing this to you and pointing it out is look at the back side. It's a whole different texture. It almost looks like the waffle stitch, but it is not. So once again, so you can see one side to the other. So this is the front side that has kind of a puff stitch, which is nothing more than double crochets. The whole entire blanket is made out of nothing but double crochets. Double crochets and chain 3 at the beginning of every row. No slip stitches, no chain 1s, anything, just chain 3 at the beginning and double crochets. But do not worry. If you like the way this blanket looks, stay tuned with me, because as soon as I complete the one I'm working on, you will receive a tutorial. So the one I am making is being made for a tutorial. So the new one that I am doing, I am using yarn from Hobie, and it is the butterfly yarn, 100% premium acrylic, and this is the colorway on it. Isn't that gorgeous? And this butterfly yarn, it is a light 3 yarn. There is approximately 547 yards in this, which is about 7 ounces. But look at those rich, luxurious, yummy colors. Isn't this just delicious? All right. Now, I'm not just going to tease you and stop this video there. That's right. I have some worked up. Now I wanted to show you what I had originally started, which made it a whip, and then be able to show you the progress growing forward. But as many of you know, we had a tornado touchdown at the end of last week, and so therefore we were out without power for a while, but then when we got power back, we were still without internet. So that was not going to stop me from crocheting. So I apologize that I went ahead and added on to the blanket, but I will show you where I started and where I've ended for this segment. But first I've got to go run and get that blanket because I forgot to bring it into the studio. So I will be right back to bring you the blanket. All right, so I have it folded in half so you can see it a little bit better. But this is what it's coming out looking like. And so being a lightweight 3, you can see that it has a lot of drape to it. So this is the front side with the puff stitch that you saw like in the other one. And I'm just going to peel one layer back. And there is the waffle stitch side. And so one thing that I am noticing is the texture is slightly different depending on the yarn. It's still the same, and you can see it definitely up close, but even with the contrast between the lightweight 3 and the 4 weight with the acrylic, well, it's all acrylic, but the 4 weight to the lightweight, I mean, it has a little bit of a difference. You can see that with the 4 weight, it makes the puff stitches really thick and big. And of course, the lightweight gives it more of a dainty, elegant, delicate look. So I love being able to have that to contrast as well. All right, so for this segment, when I left off, how ironic it is, when I picked up and started working on this again, it was in this dark purple. So from this light, kind of off-white color, the light peach, the kind of dark melony peach, this coral, and this, it's not really a lilac, but a plum maybe. And part of this dark violet is what I had done. So when I picked this up, I finished and completed the purple all the way up to the dark purple. And this is 1 skein of yarn. So I was able to make this much of the blanket in 1 skein. And let's see if I can kind of show you how big it is. So it's a nice size blanket. I haven't measured it yet, but it's given me a good size and a good bit of height to it, I think. There we go. So a good bit of height to it. Make sure I'm on camera. So I got a good bit out of that 1 skein. And again, it did say it was about 547 yards, about 7 ounces. So I definitely think that 3 will be enough to make this blanket and a border on it. So again, if you are liking the way this is coming out, then be patient with me. A tutorial is going to come out when you see the completed version of this. So I'm very, very excited. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to add anything else to this blanket other than just the blanket, because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have enough yarn left over, and I would love to make a sweater for myself out of this color of yarn. I just love these vibrant, beautiful colors. And so then if I have some left after I make a sweater, then I will consider maybe adding something more to the set, but we'll see. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And I also need to share something in case you're not aware of this. I know you're accustomed to getting Joy in the Making every Monday. But now that I'm working full-time at the financial office, and then of course trying to still do my YouTube channel full-time, I'm going to have to give myself some grace. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like I'm constantly failing and constantly letting y'all down. And that is no way to live. That's, I want to keep everything joyful and positive, right? So I've decided that every other week you'll get Joy in the Making, and every other week you will get Yarn Joy Adventures. And you guys are such an amazing and wonderful crowd. I know that you understand completely, and you're going to help extend that grace to me. So let me just thank you up front for that. All right. Well, I cannot wait to come back in 2 weeks and show you what I have gotten accomplished on this blanket. Who knows? I may even have it finished. We'll see. But nonetheless, it's all about the progress, not the finish until we get to the finish line. So thank you so much for being a part of Joy in the Making with me. I always would love to see what you're making. And if you want to email me your completed works, I would love to share those on Yarn Joy Adventures, because after all, Yarn Joy Adventures is not just about me. It is about all of us. And I thank all of you that have been faithful in sending me pictures and allowing me to shout those out on Yarn Joy Adventures and shout you out. And also, thank you for all your comments about how much you're enjoying the bloopers on Yarn Joy Adventures. And in this video alone, we've already created a blooper. So stay tuned and you can see that on Yarn Joy Adventures coming out 1 week from today. All right. Again, this is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations with Joy in the Making number 6. And until next time, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and above everything else, remember, you are important and you are loved. Mwah. Nugs and joy, everyone.